Hey, welcome back. I'm just checking our audio and video connection, make sure stream is up and running. Seems like something's happening, right? Our audio and video connection, make sure stream is up and running. All right, looks like we're good to go. And today, what I wanted to take a look at, where was it? Here we go. Wanted to take a look at last time, well, one of these times as I was kind of playing around with AI models, I was looking at like, can it figure out sliding block, like things like that. Yeah, like things like this. So in this case, this one, I wanted to get like a little simpler to see if an AI model could interpret like pretty easy to understand constraints on motion. Well, all right, we'll try this. So I'll try to give it a picture of this pulley system and then give it some information. And here, what I'm trying to do, grab the spectacle. And just usually I don't like screenshots, but that's all right. Let's say copy this, and we'll come over to ChatGPT. And I want to switch my account. Over to Google. And let's add that picture. Oh, actually, I should be able to just paste it in. Yep. So block A is moving to the left at, how fast are we going? 6 meters per second. We want the velocity of block B, and well, let's just start with that. 6 meters per second. I want to know the speed of block B in the image. And I was trying to find like a simpler version of another. All right, so block A moves horizontally to the left, that's what I told it. Block B moves vertically, so it's kind of nice that it figured out that this one's moving up and down. And the pulley system has a fixed at the top, movable pulley attached to block B, and that's true. Wow, all right, so we're not doing so bad. Better than the start before. And we're going to let XA be position of A, YB is position of B, total length goes XA, and then there's 2YB is constant. So let's try that. But here really YB is this chord plus that chord plus this chord. So really, at least to me, this looks like 3 times YB. Like if this distance from here, if we come back into this, when I look at this and say that this distance is YB, I've got 1, 2, 3 chords. So XA plus 3YB equals constant. All right, so let's come back in. So maybe we can give it a little bit of extra information. Because it's on the right track, right? -6, so now VB. It is kind of weird that it says it's moving down, even though if this moves to the left, that's definitely moving up. So let's give it a little bit more information, because right now it's telling us it's moving down And I'm pretty sure it should be a 2 instead of a 3. So let's try this out. I see 3. So what did it call them? 3 segments that make up the YB length of chord, and the motion should be upwards for B if A is moving left. And yeah, this is, it never wants to argue with us. I think that's just by design. Maybe you could make a system, like an AI system that does argue with you. So it's moving to the left 6, vertically direction to be determined. Now, I just told you what direction I wanted it to be, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes. All right, so XA is this. So now it is giving us the right equation. XA plus 3YB is that. So then VA plus 3VB is 0. And now it's saying that XA is -6. But is that right? -6? Oh, because it's moving to the left. I see what's... So it's trying... So it's trying to say that because this VA is -6, that's a negative number, but really what we're saying is that XA is that. So if I move to the left, then I'm creating a positive dx. So that's part of the confusion here, is that if this was actually a -6, so if XA was decreasing, then we would be right. Well, I mean, ChatGPT would be right. All right, so let's see if we can give it a little bit more information and have it give us some more info. From your description, XA is increasing. What is the value of VB in that case, e.g. VA equals +6 meters per second. But it's not moving to the right. It's definitely moving to the left. But now we get the right answer. And I don't know why it's giving us 2. I guess it's trying to figure out which one we like more. I like the left one more because it's shorter. But it's still trying to say that moving to the right is positive. Motion to the right for block A decreases the value of XA. Therefore, VA equals +6 meters per second is motion to the left. What is the value of VB? If XA decreases, then the motion to the left. Okay, so now if it's finally like listening to what I'm trying to say. But I really had to check its work, because when we first started, it was telling me that there were only 2 chords here, and then it was trying to say that because right, and normally right is positive, left is negative for a lot of engineering stuff, but that's not the case here, because if I want to increase this chord, if I want to increase the length of this, I got to move it to the left, not to the right. So where do we end up with now? Block A moves left, block B moves up at 2 meters per second, which is exactly what we thought it would be. Now let's throw it for a loop and see, can it give us the speed of point C? It should be equal, it should be the same value as XA, because like if this chord is moving to the left, this thing's got to be moving up at the same speed as XA. So let's try it out. Great. Now, what is the speed of point C on the chord? From horizontal to incline, speed is determined by speed of the rope. Okay, that's good. It thinks that it's moving to the left, but since block A moves to the left, rope pulls C along with it. C also moves to the left. But what we saw here, let's put our picture on one side and our AI response on the other, so we can double check its work. But we saw that point C is not on the vertical section. So let's clarify. Point C is on a vertical section of the chord. What is its speed now? All right, so let's see. It's going back into our derivation. It's making me a little worried. Oh no, it's telling me that this one's moving at the same speed as block B, but that can't be right. Point C should have the same speed as A, but in the vertical direction. Let's see, does it agree? I mean, it will agree, because that's how it's programmed to do. That's what it's programmed to do. It goes back into some derivation, well, at least. Okay, so now it took a couple of tries, but we did get it to say that C is moving up at the same speed as A is moving to the left. So let's see if D will really throw it for a loop. Great. Now, what is the speed and direction of point D? And let's, now we learned from our mistake, like tell it that it's a vertical section. Oh. Shift enter? No. All right. There we go. Okay, so it knows it's on the vertical section. And the motion of block B, I don't know that it really depends on B so much, but $4 meters per second. That is an interesting thought. Why 4? Because I would think it's just based on the chord motion, right? 2 downward segments. Yeah. A movable pulley at B. Yep. Twice the speed. Is that true? What? So if we say that this whole length of chord is L equals 3YB, and that's and then dl dt equals 3VB, right? And that dl dt is our negative VA, that it's changing length by that, equals 3VB. Okay. But isn't the change in the chord dl dt, right? Feel like I'm feel like I'm going crazy now, right? Because I would think if this one's going up, that one's going down. Oh, I guess because B and the chord are both moving. Because anything along here is moving same speed as A. Hmm. 4 meters per second. I don't know about that. I mean, it's definitely moving downward, but I don't... Is it moving 4? I feel like it's got to be moving down 6, and that's moving up 6. No, maybe not. Okay. So let's ask, why is the speed of D 4 meter per second and the speed of C 6 meter per second? must move down at 4 meters per second. Moves upward at 6 because it's directly connected to A. Yep. Point D moves down at 4 because A is moving up. Or sorry, B is moving up. Move twice the speed of B's motion. Okay. Because there's a pulley there, maybe? So then why not 3? A third? Or 3 times that motion? Because this one doesn't move. Is it possible D is moving 3 times VB because there are 3 chords, 3 sections of chord? And I think it's going to try, yeah. So it's going to tell me, yeah, that's true. Must be 3 times speed of B. So now it is 6 downward. So this is 6 up, that one. Oh, and now I'm running out. Ran out of and 04 mini. Yeah, it's thinking about it, but it just keeps there's a lot of like guessing and checking here where it's kind of like throwing out an answer, and sometimes it seems right, like moving to the right seems like a positive number, but in this case very much not a positive number. And now if I tell it it's actually 3 times it, it's going to say, oh, you're right, let me show you that 3 times 2 is actually 6. And yeah, I'm running up on the limit, and interesting stop here. But yeah, I would have, this is definitely got to be same speed as A because this whole chord is all the same. But now we've got like a VD down. I think really it's kind of, the chord is changing, like VD is, this distance to D is increasing. But it's minus the speed of VB. So I think it would be that like 6 minus 2, so maybe 4 meters per second. That one, it was kind of getting there, but not in the right like reasoning way. Because I would think like, okay, this one is the chord. This chord moves at 6 meters per second because it's directly attached to A. So everything's got to be, chord is decreasing. This whole length is -6 meters per second. But the speed of this one down is that speed down plus that one up. So -6 plus a 4. So plus a 2. So now it's a -4. That's what I would do. Look at the relative speed there. But it didn't really get into relative motion. Maybe we could have said that, like, hey, check out some relative motion stuff. Okay, thanks for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit of kinematics and like thinking about geometry and engineering and pulleys and these kind of things. But I wanted to come back to this and see if I could get like a pulley system to actually work in ChatGPT. Okay, have a great day.